Okay, so now we are live on YouTube. We can start. Just to quickly explain, TNT is a free project for us to practice a foreign language with free conversations available in French, Spanish, Italian, English. The birds decided to distract me, guys.
German.
I don't know if you're listening.
German.
They're like, they're killing me. I think I got all the language: French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, English,
Yeah.
Italian. So it's a safe space for us to have conversation. So please be respectful. Let everybody share their ideas with the equal amount of opportunity to do so. Now, what I'm going to do is split you into breakout rooms so that you can have conversations in smaller groups and everybody has opportunity to speak. Our topic for today is how we study, okay? How the methods we use, how we organize ourselves. My name is Julia, okay? I'm your hostess today. I'm an English teacher. I put my Instagram here if you're interested in following me. Also follow TNT on Instagram and YouTube and all of that, okay? So let's start.
Okay, could you send again, please, the
questions,
the
yes.
topics, the question, please?
Yes, just a second. I've opened the room, so if you got an invitation, you can go to the room. I just sent you the questions again, so if you need, you can copy it.
Thank you. Yes, I will. Thank you.
Okay, let's just wait for everybody to join their rooms. I think there will be too many people here, so I'm just gonna pick someone here at random, completely at random. Okay, so Wedson, I'm going to send you to room 2, just so there aren't that many people in this room. Okay. If you got an invitation, you can accept it. Did you get an invitation? Yeah, he got it. Ooh, nice. This is always the part that takes the most amount of time, guys. Sorry. So now we can start. I'm going to give you a chance to introduce yourselves and to basically tell us a little bit about how is the method or how do you study? How do you usually start studying something? Okay, so Cynthia, you.
My name is Cynthia. I live in São Paulo. I'm 4 years old. I'm studying pedagogy in my college, but I was teacher for 3 or 5 years, and after I will start in the bank, and now I'm working in the financial. And I have to ask this number 1 or no?
Yeah. How do
Yeah.
you usually start studying something?
I'm always studying alone because in my college I don't like to study. When I was a young girl, and when I started in my college in pedagogy, my course, I love study and teach other people. And today I participated this group in TNT Beginner and helped me a lot. I always eu sempre tiro minhas dúvidas. I always tiro my doubts. Yes. I don't know.
Answer my questions, maybe.
Okay. In TNT for me, it's very, very good. It helped me a lot. And now I start participating in this free conversation, because I had very shy and timid, and for me, it's hard. Me atrapalhava a lot.
Interferes a lot with.
Yes, and I'm very happy because I can participate in this one conversation in TNT. It's for me, it's very good.
Nice, happy for you. Could you repeat your course again? What do you study? I couldn't catch that.
In my college?
Yeah.
In my college, I study pedagogy. In my high school.
Oh, okay, got it.
In my high school, I studied magistério. Now I know exists more this course.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. So, Ana Laura, you?
Hello guys, good morning. So my name is Ana Laura, I am 24. Currently, I'm living in Cruzeiro. It's a small city in the countryside of the state of São Paulo. And I'm working as lab analyst in a dairy industry, you know, that manufactures milk derivatives like butter, cheese. And how do I usually start studying something? I really like to listen about the topic. So when I was in university, I always went to the classes to listen to the class, the teachers speaking about the topic. But with another subjects that I am interested in because of the pandemics, usually I search on YouTube some videos about it, and I really like to write by my own hands, to do some mental maps, you know. It really helps me out to fix the topic in my mind.
Yes, mind maps are really helpful and fun to do. I agree. So Nogueira, you?
Hello, my name is Wesley Nogueira. Well, I am an IT professional. I'm here for the third time. Answering your question for the topic for today, how do you usually start studying something? Well, when I have something that I'm very curious, I start to visit some free classes or buying something in the internet, buying some course in the internet to see how does it work. For example, give one example, about language, Spanish, for example. When I decided to learn Spanish, I visit some free classes. I bought a course in the internet. And after this, I saw a teacher and I start to give Spanish classes. And I bought some books too, and some CD-ROMs or some illustrated books to see in my free time. That is my methodology that I start something. Okay.
Nice, really nice. I think today we're privileged to have the internet, right?
Yes.
It's just so much easier to study anything you can have in your mind and to really follow any aspirations we have, which is nice, very nice. And also a lot of free content. Not always you need to buy something to have access.
Yes, free classes, for example, like here, you have to practice. Here is it's a great environment to practice our English. And during the day, I used to study English too with YouTube channels. Is a very productive. Is a very interesting.
Nice. Thanks for sharing. Yasmin, you. What about you?
Hello. So my name is Min. I'm 20 years old. I live in São Paulo with my parents, and I am an English teacher. This is my last semester at college. So I usually study alone, but I like to choose someone to be my tutor, you know. So now I'm studying marketing, and my tutor is Camila Amaral. But I like to write my goals, to write what I need to do, what I need to study.
So let me check if I got it right. Do you study language in college?
English.
English. You study English. In college. Yes? Or marketing? Yes, me?
No, I
Yes.
study English.
Guys, I froze, didn't I?
Yes,
Yay!
yes. I saw it. Your
Sorry,
internet
I froze, I think.
it's
Yeah.
broke.
Okay, so let's do it like this. I'm going to stop my camera just to be sure that it won't happen again. Probably will, but anyway, sorry for that, guys. Really sorry. Yasmin, sorry. So you study English in college, right? Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Really nice. So can you listen to me okay now, guys? Just checking.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I can.
Okay,
Yes, I
thank
can.
you. Thank you. Ella's man, hello, how are you? Can you please introduce yourself and answer the first question?
Well, can you hear me now, please?
Yes, we can.
So let me introduce myself. My name is Elosma. I'm 24 years old. I think some guys here know me, and I'm from Ceará, but I live in Minas Gerais. Answering about the question number one. Yeah, I start studying something, but I do it by myself because I decided to study by myself because I believe I have more value about this, you know. I have internet, I have subjects and everything that helps me, you know. And I don't have a teacher who follow me, who I don't have a tutor, and I do it by myself. And I believe it's possible we can something when we study by ourselves, you know. And that's it.
Nice. So guys, I'm not going to follow all of the questions that are here because now I thought about something. I'm going to leave this open, okay? So anyone who wants to answer first, you can answer this. If there's any interruptions, okay. I was thinking, do you guys participate in any study groups online or outside of the internet? Study groups. Any of you? Not only language, can be anything.
Well, I have been participate from, for example, some webinars from IT professionals, some, for example, like projects, and there are a lot of webinars during the night and free classes and during the night, and I have been participate with this. For example, we have I studied, for example, about projects. We have Scrum. Scrum is a framework that we are using in projects, in agile project, and we have webinars, we have free classes, and I use I am using to participate during the night. Well, it's a very productive when you have a brainstorm of ideas, when you have a lot of people talking about your daily day, what it works or what doesn't works in your projects. Is a very, the networking is a very interesting.
Yeah, it's nice. I asked you this because I also think that studying with other people is really enriching. You know, it's a really valuable experience because you can exchange a lot of knowledge and motivate one another. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Have you ever had a good experience with studying in a group before? Anyone else?
Yes.
I have.
Ellisman, you have?
Yeah, I have a group of studying, but it's about English. Example, on YouTube there's a free a free English course. It's named ABC Fluent, and we have a group on Telegram, and we talk about English, and we are always changing, you know, information and our ways to study. It has been a good thing, you know. It's really amazing. It's something that I can't how to explain because it's really good.
I imagine. I think even when you're thinking about language, I think it's very important to study
Yeah.
with other people because, I mean, it's obvious this I'm going to say is kind of obvious, but language is about communication. So it's essential. Like you need at least two people, right, to have a conversation. So it's really important.
Yeah, exciting.
So guys, my second question is, what's the best way to memorize something for you? Okay, so I'm asking a personal question. There are some people, or I'm not sure how scientific this is, but there is that common belief that certain people have ease with certain types of memory. So for instance, oh, I have a visual memory. My hearing is where my memory is stronger, you know? So what works best for you, Cynthia?
For me, the best way is writing. When I write, I memorize a lot. It's for me, it's more easy. There are people have different type of study, and the people listen several times and have many ways to study English or other language. Depends the people or the best way this memorize the content. Yes. And
yes, right.
one picture, or the people listen one music or reading a lot. But for me, when I writing, for me, I memorize it more easy. Okay.
Yes, okay, I get it. Very nice. I think for a lot of people, writing is a very important part of the process. Writing down.
Yes, I don't know if you if I'm and for me it's easy because I study alone, and when I writing it's easy. I my grammar, or I don't know, it's helped me more. But I have many types of memorize one content. It's for me writing. It's more easy.
Okay. Yasmin, what about you? What's the best way to memorize something for you?
Oh, I like to write too, but something that I really like to do and helps me a lot is to relate words with picture, you know. So I will share with you my French notebook. So I draw everything to memorize.
Very
Great.
good. That's an
Good.
excellent exercise.
Yeah.
And for yeah, and for learning a language, that's something that I do a lot also with my students, because the most important part of learning a new language for me is to relate words with concepts instead of relating words with translations, because people tend to use their mother tongue to understand another language. And actually the best way to do it is just to, like, you have a shirt, for instance, instead of thinking of the translation, you have to think about the thing itself. And the best way to do that is through drawing and pictures. So it's a very nice way to study. I think you understand that because you also study languages, but it's very interesting. Thank you for sharing your notebook. Anna, what about you?
So, as Cynthia and Yasmin, the best way for me is to write it down. So I have already said that I really like to do some mind maps, right? But what I do like also to listen about the content. So I like to listen if I listen to a class, or if I'm reading some text on the internet, I read out loud for myself. It really helps me out to fix the content.
Interesting. I know that this method of explaining something to yourself is very, very effective. Like, it's one of the best ways to study. Ella's man, I'm not sure. I think you haven't answered this one yet, right?
Well, yeah, I agree with both of guys here. What about you? You guys said before, the easy way, I believe the most easy way, you know, is through imagining, because you can see into your mind something. What do you want? You know, what do you want to decor in your mind? I believe imagine is the good way. It's the best way.
Okay, so try to picture the concepts and the things you're reading about. That's what you mean.
Okay, yeah. If you read something, yeah, you can imagine, example, a history, or even about your life. Example, if you imagine if you are a rich person, into your mind, you can feel like a rich person. You know, yeah, it's something, because our mind, it has a big power. You know, because if you think you are, it's because you are. I believe it is, you know.
Okay. So using the power of our minds to imagine things.
I
Okay.
use my mind all the time to memorize something, you know.
Okay. So let me see where we are here. Okay, so the third question might be a little bit embarrassing. I don't know. If you guys don't want to answer this, it's okay. But I'm asking, did you do well at school? What do you think of the structures and methods of teaching of traditional education nowadays? So let me just say. Yasmin saying the famous fake it till you make it. Okay. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the way. So did you do well at school, Yasmin?
Oh, I think yes. I did the possible, but I really learned many things with traditional teaching, But I know that if we learn in other way, can be better.
Mm-hmm. Is there any particular aspect that you think does not work today in traditional education that you like to comment about?
Oh, I think when teachers make us like write everything, you know.
Mm-hmm. I think it can be a little bit distracting, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that like it's too distracting. I almost never write when somebody's speaking because I cannot pay attention to two things at the same time. Don't know if you guys feel the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't pay attention.
Mm-hmm. Ana Laura, you, what do you think? Did you do well? What do you think of traditional education?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I believe that I did pretty well at school. Since I was a child, I always did my best. I was always studying. I was the nerd of the class, and I I I I I always did my best and study hard. But I believe that the traditional method, especially here in Brazil, is outdated. You know, I I believe that I remember that I always learned more revising the topic by myself. You sit on the chair, just listening what the teacher is spitting out for you and just receiving and not doing some, something actively. It's just passive, receiving all that information. I believe that it's not the best way to teach somebody's some topic.
I totally agree with you. I think one of the worst parts, if I was to pinpoint like the worst part of today's method, is definitely that passive learning structure, which you just listen to the teacher. To me, it was very hard to pay attention for like an hour, like 1 hour of just somebody speaking about something. It was terrible. And I think that if there was something that needed changing, this is it, you know. So Nogueira, what do you think?
Well, the first thing, back into the question 2, I would like to contribute with something, okay, that I didn't answer it. Well,
oh, sorry, so sorry.
Okay, when you memorize, when you teaching something, independently of cooking or subject, when you teach, for example, how to cook a cake, for example, how it works. When you teach for someone, independently what, it's a kind of language or whatever, you learn much more. And then we have a different methodology, visual listen reading. When in my experience, when I teach, for example, and something in IT for someone, I learn much more because you are here, Julia. Your English is so good. When you teach something, when you take your time and teach, you learn much more. This vocabulary come up here in your brains is automatically, okay? And try to teach something in your life. I would like to recommend this. And the third, after the COVID-19, the school in the world will be different. It's not more traditional, okay? There are a lot of different methodology that you were able to learn. expect you are able to teach by internet and by and face to face. This will after the COVID, the traditional methodology will die. Will die, and then the school and the world has been changing. It is a very interesting for education. We are here learning. We this in the best way. We are talkative with everybody. This is a great methodology. Okay, this is my contribution.
Nice. When I think about kids that are in school today, I feel a bit anxious, you know, like, wow, it must be really hard going through this transitional period that they are going through. Like, nothing is well established, everything changed all of a sudden, so it must be very hard. Cynthia, what do you think?
When I was young, I don't like studying, and I gave my parents a lot of problems. But now I love studying. Since I studied pedagogy, I don't know. I started study more, and for me now I love study, principalmente English. In my opinion, there is not one correct method. Each person has one way of learning. I don't like this traditional method because for me, each people have one type of learning, one content. For example, my children study one school. It's not method traditional because have many. I don't know. The method traditional, the people have difficulty in learning about this. I can't express what I think about this. Sorry.
No, I get it. It's because it's complex, right? You're studying teaching right now, right? That's what you're studying, isn't it?
Yes.
It's kind of what you're studying. In pedagogy, isn't it?
Yes, I study pedagogy. It has many types when people learn one content. We have how can I say? We have respectar respect each others and learn the other types, okay? Não importa what's your method. Important if you will learn this content. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. You touched on something that is very important, in my opinion. That is, each person has a different pace in which they learn and a different method. So it's very hard to think about like educating everybody the same way, because we need to respect people's particularities.
Yes.
Yeah, I
For
think
me,
it's very interesting.
It's very important.
Elosman, what do you think about this?
Well, believe it or not, but I would not advise people like example or 30 years old to study in a very traditionally English course, because This the kind of person I believe she will be late, because nowadays there are some methods, you know. But if when it comes about a child, is a child is example 9 years old, 10 years old, I believe a traditional school, it would be a good choice. But it depends on the case. As Cynthia said before, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the way you study, and in school who you in school that you study. What really matter is learning about whatever you want, you know, because everything is learning, and it's very important. And when we have information, and when we have a study about something, and in others, in other area, you know, and it's my opinion about this.
Yes. I mean, here I wrote the traditional method, but even like when we are talking about language schools and actual like basic education schools, they have different methods to teach different things. But you touched on an interesting point about language education that is also a challenge, like to teach English in traditional schools. They have this very old method that is very slow, takes years and years for somebody to start speaking. And when we go to school, like learning English in school, and actually basic education, then we have even more of a challenge, because usually there are too many people in class, and it's very hard teaching big groups of people. And the method is even more like outdated, so it's very challenging. Everybody answered this question? Does anybody want to add anything?
Well, okay,
Sorry.
no, okay. So I forgot your name. Julia.
Julia, yeah, Julia.
So but nowadays, do you study and study English in a traditional school, or you teach?
I teach English. I'm an English teacher. I study, but not in a school. I study a lot by
Okay.
myself, because I'm teaching. It's a little bit of what Nogueira was talking about. Because I am teaching, I am always studying, because I'm always like reviewing the topics that I need to teach, because I forget them, you know. Teachers forget things all the time. Like it's not like you are a teacher, you know everything there is to know about a subject. You know, you forget it all the time, and you need to review it and find better and ways to explain it. And when you find better ways to explain it, you learn more and more about it. So
yes,
yeah.
yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. When you have to listen, continue to listen, to write, and to see some series, some movies, a lot to practice, and it's a very productive. It's very nice. As I said, when you teach something, you retain more, you able to memorize more. How, for example, how to make a cake, or how to do something. Okay, try to teach your son, your brother, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Try to learn to teach something for someone. Try to teach something for someone. This is a key. This is a key for to retain something for in your brain. Okay.
Yeah. So I've just asked you that question, Julia, because I'm an English teacher, but I only teach for my brother. He is 11 years old, and my nephew, you know. But it's different, because for him, they don't have that huge knowledge, and into their mind, it's different. But if they are if they were adult people, I believe it would be more different, to them.
But do you mean in terms of how mature they would be, or
And teaching,
how the teaching would be different
yeah,
because of the age?
yeah, because of the age.
Yeah, I think there are different methods to teach children and to teach older students. I think what changes is also a lot of the content we use. Like most of my students nowadays are older, so I end up using a lot of content like articles in the internet and podcasts and all that. I don't have that much experience teaching children. I think that would be interesting to explore. I haven't had the chance yet. So guys, I got a little bit lost here. Who hasn't answered the question you were discussing now? Yeah, Cynthia, you had something to add. You had a comment you wanted to make.
It's okay. For me, stay here is very important because we change idea and we teach each other. And for me, it's very special because now I'm eu aprendo, I'm learning. Yes, I'm learning very thing in English and experience or how I can study different ways to study English. It's very very important participate this meeting. In today, I learned many things. How I study in different way to I memorize in English. That's it. Eu quis. I don't know this in English. Eu quis.
I wanted to say it like you wanted to say
yes,
it.
This for me, stay here is very important. I'm so happy this your class today.
Oh, nice. I'm glad to have you here. I wanted to add a last comment about this that we're discussing. That I think is a really nice thing, or I don't know, that we learn better when we like teach other people, because it just shows something about being human, like we are better when we collaborate with each other. So if you're just by yourself doing something, you don't evolve as much as if you are with another person and you're both like exchanging, you're giving something to someone and they're giving you something back. That is like the most effective way to learn, and I think that's really cool.
Yes, it's a very interesting. It's a very nice, and you are contributing for the world, for the people. You're not your wising, for example. I think is a wise or wising is it's sabedoria. For example, this is a very interesting. This is a very nice. In this project, it's amazing. It's amazing. Well, maybe I didn't have time to participate because I was working a lot, but now I have been participating. This is a very interesting, and for everybody, take advantage of this opportunity. English class is very expensive. It's a very expensive, and then take advantage of this collaboration website and the project is a very interesting. Okay.
So guys, let's go to another question here. something that has nothing to do with anything we discussed so far. Do you think coffee helps you concentrate? So what do you think about coffee? Because I think coffee is like the beverage that people relate to studying. So Ana Laura, what do you think about it?
Oh, yeah, but coffee doesn't really work out for me because I remember when I started to consume coffee a lot in the beginning of my university because I had to study a lot and I wanted to stay awake and focus. But then I started to drink too much, and then it started to develop some episodes of gastritis, And then I remember that I was always alert, and I didn't focus. it didn't work out for me because I was always alert. I couldn't sleep. It was terrible. Then currently I do not. I never drink coffee because of this experience, and I try to use another stimulants like some types of teas and I don't know how to say cápsula, but cápsula de guaraná that really helps me to stay alert in a good way.
Nice. Cápsula, talvez seja capsule. Not sure. Yeah, it's capsule. I was checking. And guaraná, I think it's guaraná, right? It's something we have here. I don't think there's a translation for guaraná. If you guys know it, tell me, because I am curious. But yeah, coffee has those side effects, right? So what do you think about coffee, Cynthia? Do you think it's a good drink to have to study?
I like coffee, but in my case, no. In my case, I have stay alone. Yes, I stay alone. For me to concentrate, I have to be alone. Just
no coffee, just being alone for you is enough.
No, yes.
Okay. What about you, Nogueira?
Well, the back to the word that I was trying to remember is wisdom, sabedoria. I was the coffee, it works for me. I love coffee, and I as IT professional, the IT used to love coffee, and the coffee makes me more productive or up to date for the day. For example, start my routine. Well, when I is a very interesting, and I love a lot of kind of coffees too in here in my home. Okay, it's I like a lot.
Yeah, I think that for IT people, I've heard also that like they drink a lot of coffee in general.
Yeah,
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Yasmin, what do you think about coffee as a drink to drink while you're studying?
Oh, coffee makes me sleep, so I prefer to drink tea. And it's something really crazy, but tea gives me more energy.
Wow, that's really unusual. Although I've heard before of people who feel sleepy when they drink coffee. Well, interesting. So guys, I brought the people from the breakout rooms back, and I want to hear from you. So Felipe, hello. How was the conversation? Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I could really enjoy the conversation. Our leader had to leave because he had another meeting at 8 p.m.
Mhm.
at a.m. we talked a lot about our methods of learning because the leader was a professor and I am a master student, so he had a lot to speak, and also Carla and don't remember the other name, but it was another guy who was with us. But we could really discuss about our methods and had some different opinions in some questions. It was a really good conversation.
Nice. Wait, let me see if I got it. Are you a teacher too?
No. I was
Oh.
only assistant teaching assistant, but
Oh.
it's completely different from a professor.
Okay, no, I get it. It's because I'm seeing a board at the back, like a whiteboard at the back. And
Yes,
I thought, oh, maybe you're a teacher. Yeah.
No, I just put some notes on my board because it's the door of my wardrobe.
Oh, it's actually a door. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good method, using your wardrobe, just seizing the space you have. Good strategy. So what about Josuel? Did you enjoy the conversation? Open your mic. Your mic.
Okay, sorry. I enjoy a lot, and for me that class was useful.
Nice. I'm glad that you could make the most of it. Guys, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Hope everybody enjoyed this experience. Remember to follow TNT on Instagram and YouTube, and keep joining us for this conversations. Okay.
Okay.
So
See you. Have a great
Thank
day,
you.
everybody.
See you
bye-bye.
guys.
Bye
See
bye.
ya.
Yeah, guys.
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye.